for our next amazing speaker, the incredible Gina Moran. Gina Moran is a triple diamond and from broke to a bountiful life. So that kind of really resonates with me because I was dying and bankrupt when I started this journey myself. And, you know, that it's hard to imagine the transformation that is in a person's life. So let's listen to the amazing Gina. She was flat broke. She was homeschooling mother of 6 kids when she was introduced to ASEA. It transformed her life. And now she's been spending the last 8 years working with doctors, scientists, health professionals, regular people to get the redox breakthrough out around the world. So please put your hands together for the amazing Gina Moran.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you for such a kind introduction. I am very grateful, honored to be here, and especially surrounded by such tremendous leadership. So women who are passionate about making a positive change. And of course you, we're all here in this journey together. I love it. So yes, Justin, as you said, my journey began about 8 years ago. And after building a 7,000 square foot home, approximately $1.2 million value, we got hit with the 08-09 US mortgage and real estate crisis that kind of hit all in one. And we found ourselves with a large $660,000 construction loan that could not be rolled into an end loan. And so we were sunk. We ended up in foreclosure and bankruptcy. And to top it off, my husband at the time had also lost his computer job and his computer business. So if you didn't think things were bad enough, it was like being below rock bottom. And of course, that takes a huge toll on people, just emotionally, physically, spiritually, everything. And so honestly, it really took him out. It took him out. And unfortunately, he decided to go down a path that I just chose not to follow. I knew that if anything was to be, it was up to me. And we still had 4 beautiful daughters, 4 of our 6 children at home to raise at this time. And so if you can imagine the amount of stress, I know there's some people out there today that can probably identify. There's some people that have maybe lost their job or things have changed dramatically in the world we live in today. And so I'm sure there are people out there that are hungry, are hurting, are fearful. And I know what that feels like, to not even know where our next meal is coming from, let alone how are we going to keep a roof over the head. So I started doing things, I came from a background of sales. I was very successful before I had come home to be a mother at home for 21 years, but I hadn't worked outside the home. So I was struggling just to put food on the table. So in all earnest, I, just with my hands raised to heaven, said a big prayer. And a week later, 2 men that I hold in the highest esteem, Dr. Dick Walker and Jerry White, brought ASEA to me. Not because I was sick physically, but because I was sick financially. So my story is a little different. I honestly didn't have anything that was ailing me. I didn't have any diseases. I wasn't on any medication. But I trusted these men immensely, and I knew that they had done the due diligence to know that this technology was really, truly the greatest scientific achievement in the health science arena, just like Dr. Moran had stated here. And so I knew these men weren't going to be fooled. And when they told me that we could lock arms and we could bring this technology to the world and that I could partner with them and I could earn a substantial income to take care of my family, I said, I'm in all the way. But you know what? I didn't even have $40. I didn't have $40 to enroll, you guys. So I understand when people say, I don't know if I can afford to do this. But what I can tell you is I don't think you can afford not to. This is a company that is not on trial. We're 10 years old. We've taken all the arrows, the foundation is laid. We are 1 technology, 2 applications, taking over $3 trillion markets. And so when I slid my credit card across the table that day, took a leap of faith and decided to jump in with both feet, I got to tell you, before I arrived home that day, I had already enrolled my first associate. I didn't have to wait for my product to hit my porch. I didn't have to wait to have a product experience because I didn't know what I would have anyway. But I knew there was a lot of people out there that were hurting and that could benefit from this technology. And, when you see it working in people's lives and giving them quality of life, and they enjoy health benefits that they would have never had before, it raises your conviction level to a whole new level. And so I truly knew, after giving it to about 10 of my closest friends who did have some things going on that we could measure, and they started to experience tremendous benefits, that I knew we really had something very big here. So again, I just began to share more and more, and my life began to change dramatically. And I don't know, Nicole, if I have time to bring up a slideshow. Do I have time to bring some pictures? Are you sure?
Yeah, Gina.
Okay.
Yep, we're ahead of schedule. Actually, we're doing great. So, yeah,
Okay,
please.
let me see if I can do this really quick. Oh, wait, I think I got to go share, right? Share my screen. Do I hit share screen? I share my screen.
Yeah, please do share screen. And
All right,
that's
here
the
we
amazing
go.
thing about this journey, isn't it? Like many of us had no idea about this technology before we started. We
Isn't
just
this
learn these
great that you
things as
can
we
have
go
a
along.
six-figure income and still be technically challenged?
I love it. It's great.
Okay, slideshow from the beginning. And then I got to just come over here and hide my, because I've got this displaying a little bit differently. So appreciate your patience here. So just real quick, I just want you guys to know that dreams really do come true. And you can design your future here with ASEA. You know, they told me when I got started that I needed a big enough why. Well, I didn't have to look very far because I had 4 beautiful daughters staring me in the face every day. And you know, at that point, guys, it was just a matter of putting food on the table and a roof over their head. That was really all I was concerned about. I had no idea that we would be able to build a life that we would just, I would have never dreamed of. One of the first things that we did, well, I was able to put my daughter through karate classes, and she actually, this is a very, not a very good picture here, but she earned her black belt. So she went all the way to black belt, and I was so proud of her. My other daughter actually went to dance school and is now teaching at a Mark Ballas dance studio, so her dream came true as well. And this is her, Rachel. This is her and I in a covered wagon when Tyler Norton took us to the Gold Base Camp in Wyoming, to out to the Wyoming salt flats to gather salt and to hike up to a 2,000-year-old spring where we drank water from a 2,000-year-old spring. You know, Vertus Norton always said to make money so you could make memories. And I'll tell you what, this company has certainly done that. Next, I knew I was, found myself earning a trip to celebrate our founder's retirement party. And I will forever be grateful to this man for the decision that he made that day to turn down multi-millions of dollars. I hope I don't get so emotional here, but you know what? This is something that changed the course of history for all of mankind, to allow people like you and I to enjoy this technology and share it with the world, and to bless and change so many lives. So I will be forever grateful for Vertus. One of the next trips I earned was a Mediterranean cruise. I apologize, I don't have pictures of it, but I show you this hat because at that point they gave us a captain's hat when we arrived on the ship. They flew us into Barcelona, and we were able to see 3 countries very fast. But here it was kind of where I realized that I could be the captain of my own life, my own ship. I could start, you know, building my own dreams and not be a slave to someone else's. And here we were in Rome and then in France. So we saw 3 countries very quickly on that Mediterranean cruise. It was the dream of a lifetime, and I'll never forget it. And here I am. I finally decided it was time. I was working so hard. I'd gone through 3 of life's highest stressors, a divorce, a sudden move, and the death of a parent, all in 4 months while I was trying to achieve the rank of platinum. So I thought, you know, it's time to reward myself. So I bought my dream car. And not only did I buy my H2 Hummer, but I was racing it at the Spokane Speedway, something I've always loved to do. I used to be the powder puff queen of the Southeastern Washington Fair, and I loved to race. So I raced my big old girl. And next thing you know, I'd hit the rank of diamond. And what was so beautiful about that is Denny always held diamond days every year for her diamonds. And so I found myself surrounded by these wonderful women. I was gleaning from their expertise, but more importantly, I was building relationships with people that I would have never known. Beautiful women from around the world that I would have never come to know had it not been for ASEA and achieving the rank of diamond. And thanks to Denny for putting on those exceptional days. And next thing you know, we were off to our first Diamond Summit in Panama. And not only was I able to attend, but I was able to afford to bring my 3 daughters. This was a huge a gift to give them, to be able to arrive in Panama. And the next thing you know, when you hang around with diamonds and you work really hard and you put your nose to the grindstone, you achieve the rank of triple diamond. So as a triple diamond, life just continued to get better. I finally bought my dream home. This is my 6-bedroom, 4-bath, 4,000 square foot dream home with my pool because I love water. We don't get to experience a lot of it up here in the Great Northwest. We only get a few months of warm weather, but I love to take advantage of it as much as I can. The next thing you knew, we were in Ireland, another Diamond Summit. This company loves to reward their diamonds, and they love to reward their associates with these exceptional trips. So this was the trip of a lifetime. And again, taking my daughters with me was amazing. And Hawaii was another diamond trip. And here's the love of my life who took them scuba diving, something that they would have never experienced, I'm sure, in this lifetime. So just wonderful memories that we could build all along the way because of ASEA. And because I love water, I decided to put in a few of my own outdoor activities, stretch myself to do things I'd never done, do some whitewater rafting, and again, taking my daughters. We had the time of our life. And so because I love water and love that boat, I decided this year to buy my own raft. So I now own a 26-foot chaparral, and I'm having the time of my life on the water. So I'm going to just close that out. And so, Justin, I just want to say that, you know, I just want to encourage everyone that you really can build your dreams here. You know, there's a global rise of acceptance in alternative health, and people are looking for products and they're looking for technologies that really work. And, you know, we're not on trial. ASEA is the #4 emerging science in the world today. We are the greatest scientific achievement, and we also attract purpose-driven people with a desire to bring positive change and value to the world. So I think that our ethos and the culture that we create here is oftentimes some of the most attractive things that bring people to us. And I just wanted to say that, you know, our current economy predicts job uncertainty right now, but that's what actually drives this business. That's what drives this business. There's never been a better opportunity to be in a home-based business, working from home. This is a business that is uniquely attractive now more than ever. And the internet gives us endless possibilities to reach the masses in a microsecond. So if you keep it simple, make it meaningful, your dreams can come true as well. So thank you so much for allowing me to share.